Toprak Razgatlioglu'S has not even turned a race lap in MotoGP yet, but the storyline around his 2026 debut is already taking shape, and it is not the one many expected. The WorldSBK champion will step onto the Yamaha M1 next season with Pramac Yamaha, contracted directly by the factory and riding machinery identical to that of Fabio Quartararo, Yamaha's 2021 MotoGP world champion and current team leader. On paper, the narrative writes itself. Same bike, same factory backing, same brand, an inevitable internal benchmark. Yet Toprak is deliberately tearing up that script. Rather than framing his rookie MotoGP season as a direct confrontation with Quartararo, the Turkish star has made it clear that his mindset is far more measured, and arguably far more dangerous in the long term. "I'm not thinking about Fabio," Toprak said plainly. "I will just try to enjoy the racing. If I enjoy it, the results will come." That statement may sound modest, but within it lies a deeper understanding of what MotoGP demands and how brutal the transition from WorldSBK can be. Toprak's approach is a stark contrast to the usual expectation placed on riders given factory-level equipment. Traditionally, identical machinery creates instant pressure. Beat your teammate, prove your worth, justify the investment. But MotoGP is not WorldSBK, and Toprak knows it. "The first year will be difficult because MotoGP is very different," he admitted. "Completely different in engine, tyres and riding style. That honesty matters. History is littered with superbike champions who underestimated the leap, the stiffer carbon brakes, the ferocity of Michelin tyres, the aerodynamic sensitivity, and the relentless pace from first to last. Toprak is choosing patience over bravado, focusing on adaptation rather than artificial targets. Enjoyment, in his view, is not complacency, it is survival. While 2026 is framed as a learning year, 2027 is where Toprak draws a firm line. He believes Yamaha will be much better by then, and more importantly, the sport itself will be transformed. MotoGP's technical reset in 2027 is one of the most significant in decades. Engines drop from 1000cc to 850cc, aerodynamics are reduced, ride height and start devices are removed, and Michelin exits in favour of Pirelli. For Toprak, that tyre change is not a footnote, it is central to his confidence. Michelin tyres will be one of his biggest challenges in 2026. Pirelli tyres, however, are familiar territory. He has spent years understanding their behaviour in WorldSBK, learning how they react under braking, on corner entry, and at the limit. In a paddock where everyone will be starting from zero again in 2027, Toprak believes he may start with one crucial advantage. And that is where his ambition becomes unmistakably clear. Toprak is not aiming sideways within Yamaha, he is aiming straight at the top. "For me, Mark is a MotoGP legend," he said. "His talent is very special. My big goal is to fight with him in 2027. This is not idle admiration, it is a declaration of intent." By 2027, Marquez will remain the sport's ultimate reference, the rider against whom greatness is measured, regardless of bike or era. For Toprak to identify Marquez rather than Quartararo, as the benchmark says everything about how he views his own ceiling. He is not coming to MotoGP to participate. He is coming to test himself against the hardest possible opponent, but only when the conditions are right. Even in the smallest details, Toprak's mindset stands out. Known for his spectacular wheelies and stoppies in WorldSBK, he has already set a clear rule for MotoGP. Those celebrations will only come with podiums. "If I finish 15th, that celebration is not appropriate," he said. It is a simple line, but it reflects discipline and respect for the level of competition he is entering. MotoGP does not reward reputation, it rewards performance. Toprak is also acutely aware of how fragile preparation can be. His first taste of the Yamaha M1 was limited a single day in Valencia. One bike, no margin for error, push too hard, crash once, and the test is over. That changes in Malaysia. As a MotoGP rookie, he will have 6 full days of testing in January and February, first in the shakedown for rookies, testers and concession teams, then in the official pre-season test with the entire 2026 grid. Those 6 days are not just about lap times, they're about building confidence, understanding limits, and learning how to extract performance without crossing them. 6 days of testing in Malaysia will be very crucial, Toprak said, and few would argue otherwise. Toprak Razgatlioglu'S arrival in MotoGP is not merely a transfer, it is a collision of worlds. WorldSBK flair meeting MotoGP precision, Pirelli instincts preparing for Michelin reality, patience today set against ambition tomorrow. He arrives with enormous fan attention, not only from MotoGP followers, but from the WorldSBK audience that has watched him redefine what is possible on a production-based machine. And if his plan unfolds as he believes, 2026 will be about learning quietly, while 2027 could be about something much louder. Not a fight with Fabio Quartararo, a fight with Marquez. Beyond the headlines and bold quotes, there is also a strategic layer to Toprak Razgatlioglu'S MotoGP move that is easy to overlook. Yamaha's decision to place him at Pramac, yet under a direct factory contract, suggests a carefully managed transition rather than a trial by fire. This allows Yamaha to protect Toprak from immediate internal politics while still giving him access to the same technical resources as its lead riders. It is a structure designed to grow talent, not to burn it. From Yamaha's perspective, Toprak represents something they have been searching for since the post-Rossi era began. A rider with instinctive feel on the brakes and an aggressive improvisational style. The M1 has long been praised for its corner speed and balance, but criticised for lacking raw acceleration and straight-line punch. How Toprak adapts his trademark late braking to a MotoGP bike heavier, faster and more aerodynamically sensitive will be one of the most fascinating technical stories of 2026. There is also the question of expectation management, both inside and outside the paddock. Fans often assume that a world champion must immediately fight at the front, yet MotoGP has repeatedly proven how unforgiving it can be to newcomers. By publicly downplaying results and emphasizing enjoyment, Toprak is effectively lowering the external noise. That breathing space could be essential if the early races deliver the inevitable struggles.